Tomorrow when I pay Fancy Gadam 120,000 or tomorrow when I pay him 10,000, he will not post.
Since yesterday, the Ghana Music Rights Organization, GAMRO, they've been trending because Fancy Gadam posted this particular thing on his Facebook page. Fancy Gadam said that 123 Ghana cedis, 82 pesos for creativity, sleepless nights, studio bills, promotions, and years of hard work. This is not just a notification. It's a loud question mark on how our music is valued and how creatives are treated. We keep creating because we love the art, but love alone shouldn't be the payment. GAMRO, you can do better. And they posted, Fancy Gadam posted this. And since then, a lot of people have been bashing GAMRO, talking about the royalty system and whether it's even beneficial to be a musician in Ghana. So right now, I have reps from GAMRO to clear the air because they've issued a press statement, but I don't want to read it, so they have to come and say it themselves. Chairman, you're welcome.
Headless, thank you.
Everything cool.
Oh, everything is fine.
Nice
at
one.
our end, yeah.
Nice one. Your name and position at GAMRO, please.
My name is Jackson Brefo. I'm the Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Music Rights Organization.
CEO of GAMRO. We have him here. So, Fancy Gadam, open your ears and listen. Anyway, when you saw this particular post from Fancy Gadam, what was the first thing that ran through your mind?
I mean, it's normal. It's normal when a person is frustrated, he averts his frustrations. It is also important that beyond averting your frustrations, we check the facts of the matter.
Okay.
So, yes, there may be anger, there may be rage, but then there are facts to the matter which we've previously communicated to our valued members even before the distribution was rolled out.
Okay.
The cycle and what have you. Initially, we used to practice a system we are sharply deviating from.
Okay.
So this December royalty is data-driven. Yes, and if you check the cycles, we have live events, we have digital, we have blank levy, we have public performance, and then synchronization.
Okay.
And the data that was derived from these sources is what is informing our distribution in partnership with the World Intellectual Property Organization using the WIPO Connect tool.
Okay.
However, there are some cycles you cannot get data from. So like collections from drinking bar, hotels, and what have you. We generalize that under the general public performance and also a cycle called blank media levy.
Okay.
That doesn't come with usage reports from the government of Ghana through the customs division.
Okay.
So we put that together and distribute that under the general distribution. And that is also informed by your market share from the data we have received from the digital, from the live, from all the other areas.
Okay.
And the algorithms you've checked on the social medias on the DSPs.
Okay.
Yes. So when we do that, that cycle of distribution is different from the ones that are data-driven. In fact, that is why this year, the ones that is data-driven, we are attaching statement to it.
Okay.
So when you receive your royalty, in the following day or two, if you were part of the data-driven distribution, you will receive a statement with your name, boldly written, the channels that used your music. So if it's a live performance, I'll always say that Charterhouse has been one of the most honest music users in the country since they started operating. And we always have the usage report. So when we deliver that out, all persons who performed at Charterhouse program who own the musical works that they performed, because there's a difference between performing a music and owning the music.
Okay.
Yes, so you'll be paid and you receive your statement as well, which hitherto we were not doing.
At first, you were not doing.
We were not adding the statements.
Okay, but now you are adding the statement.
Yes.
Okay, now let's just take the conversation from a point where the average Ghanaian would understand that GAMRO.
Yeah.
What is the main function of GAMRO?
So yes, Ghana Music Rights Organization. Generally, we are a collective management organization. So under Section 5 of Ghana's Copyright Act, Act 690, 205 demands that if you do a musical work, let's establish this. Music is different from recorded music.
Music
is different from what you hear on Spotify. They are recorded music. They are not music.
Okay.
Music is embedded in the recorded music.
How?
Yes. So the music you hear is underneath the recorded music.
Okay.
So it's with or without words. And we compose music. We write music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if music is written for you, you put in the player piano, it could automatically perform without someone singing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is music.
Okay.
And when you are so talented and have a good voice, you can pick that and perform. So once you perform with instruments, with all these things, it becomes a recorded music.
Okay.
Then you put on Spotify, AudioMac, Apple, and what have you.
But the underlying
music is
different,
different, and it is separate.
Okay.
Let us establish that music is different from recorded music.
Okay.
So then the conversation will be very beautiful.
All right.
Once music is different from recorded music, Headless, you can do music, but then I can perform. Whatever royalties GAMRO will collect at any live event, when you are the one who did the music, the money will be paid to you and not me who sang the music.
Okay. So let's say there's the producer who plays the beats and everything.
Yeah.
And then there's the performer who sings the song. So let's just say MOG Beats has played the beats.
Yeah.
Black Sheriff has sung on the beats. Now the recorded music is Black Sheriff song produced by MOG.
Let me state it very well. So MOG. MOG does music.
Okay.
So don't let us call it beats.
Okay.
Yes, because the melody and rhythm behind the music, that's the music.
That's the music.
Yes.
Okay.
So MOG does music. And then Black Sheriff puts lyrics on it.
Okay.
Then it becomes music plus lyrics. So music, we say, is with or without words. That is why we enjoy jazz music.
Yes. Even without the lyrics,
Yes.
it's still music.
It's music.
Okay.
And then that music is owned by MOG.
Okay.
Unless there is a contract specifying otherwise.
Okay.
Or the contract specifies the split sheets. And let me situate this. In Ghana, we don't do it.
We don't do split
Yes, Ghanaians don't do split sheets.
Hey.
So he enters, it is only recently that the advancement of knowledge in this area, but between the period of the 90s, the 80s, coming down to even early 2000s, we didn't have split sheets.
Right.
So we do work, we go to a studio, and then the person who sang the music owns the music. However, beneath is the producer who actually composed the music.
Right.
But because the knowledge was not there, the music becomes the ownership of the person who performed it.
Okay.
That person will own rights in the recorded music.
Okay. But then the one who produced it,
he will own copyrights in the musical work.
Okay. So now, GAMRO, what is your job in this?
Yes. Our main job, as it was established in 2011, for our information, GAMRO was established in 2011.
Okay.
And then it started operating in 2012.
Okay.
As a private collective management rights organization.
Private?
Yes.
So it's not
no government. No government has ever funded GAMRO. And I'll say it boldly here.
Because there's Ghana, they are always assumed...
But hearing Ghana doesn't mean that it is funded by the government. So
it's not a government initiative?
No.
Okay.
Go to Registrar General and then search GAMRO, and you realize that GAMRO is a private entity.
Okay.
Limited by guarantee. So it has its own directors and then a management team running the day-to-day administration of the office.
Okay.
So being set up, because there's a history behind it, but for the sake of time.
Okay.
Being set up in 2011 by, I can vividly remember the likes of Marco Kreko Mante and Manziba Nadbrew, our late Dad Lumba, Carlos Sechi, John Mensah Sapon. If it was in the history of Ghana, I would have said the big six. Who stood knees up? Nanam Padu, Ohiniba Kisi, Chasamwa. These guys actually had tastes or had experienced foreign way of doing things.
Okay.
Because if you go to Switzerland, if you go to Germany, if you go to America, these people have GEMA ASCAP, BMI, PRS, and what have you. We didn't have one in Ghana. Let's be real.
Right.
There was nothing like a collective management in Ghana. So during the PNDC era, what Chairman Rawlings sought to do was to establish a law that would protect people from exploitation of their works. So the PNDC law 110 was enacted. It was short for because it didn't actually meet the Berne Convention, which is an international standard regulation or law that most civilized countries use. So on 11th October 1991, Ghana signed the Berne Convention. So when we signed the convention, we replaced that Copyright Act with Copyright Act 205 in 2005.
Okay.
And the LI came in 2010. That is how GAMRO was set up in 2011.
And started operating
in 2012.
Okay.
When it started operation, like I really established, there was no funding. GAMRO has not been funded by government since its inception. And GAMRO is not run by taxpayers' money.
Okay.
So what was supposed to have been done by international best practices was that when the organization started practicing, you retain collections for 5 years to build structures. So you build your systems, your database, and all those things so that it can help you post 5 years. You know what people then start to do? Right from word go, by receiving blank levy from the government, which was quite huge, and then other collections, we started distributing.
But they shouldn't have. You shouldn't have
distributed. They should
that
have
time you weren't there.
I mean, at that time, I think I was in KG2 or maybe SS1 or whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So they shouldn't have distributed. But then, of course, musicians will always want their royalties because then Cosga had been liquidated and a new company had been formed without government funding. So if in some jurisdictions, the government will give you money to build your offices, to employ staff, and then let you run for 5 years, and then you can fly.
But since you guys didn't have the money, so the first 5 years of the collection, so that means you intended using, or they should have used the royalties that they were taking to build
infrastructure.
The infrastructure for GAMRO.
GAMRO, yes.
And would the musicians have agreed to this?
No, I mean, you see, when you are certain collective management organizations, it's a business.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you bought tools here and what have you. It's a meeting of the minds. I mean, if we all agree at our AGM, annual general meeting, that this is our company, you don't have money to contribute, because if you want to form a company, you bring capital.
Yeah.
But you don't have money. So let us seed your royalty as capital to the establishment of this company.
Okay.
But that was also not done. So right from where it goes, so from 2012, GAMRO should have started its first distribution in 2017.
Yes, they should have held on from 2012.
Yes,
and then
build.
But then they started sharing the money.
Because you see, when you share money, you look good. Because imagine if we had paid, let's say, Fancy Gadam 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, we would have looked good. So when you share, but the problem will still persist.
Okay.
Yes. So when that happened and we missed that chance, now we're supposed to rely on 30% administration, which is always not enough. Every time not enough. So you have to buy cars to move on, people doing shows, people performing the music in public and all these places. You have to pay people, labor cost.
Yes.
You can't pay people any amount of money and expect them to work hard for you to achieve your goals.
Right.
I mean, you need a decent place for people to sit and work. There are a lot of costs accompanying the operations of a company. So the 30% was not enough. However, when the organization started in 2012 and was receiving the hefty blank levy, it was felt that it was good money. Because at that time, a blank levy could come like, let's say, 3 million Ghana cedis for every CMO. Mind you, there are 3 CMOs in the country.
What's a CMO?
A CMO is a collective management organization.
Okay.
So where rights cannot be administered individually, collective administrations are set up to administer the rights.
Okay.
So there is one for music, There is one for audiovisual, that's movies. It's called ASOG, Audiovisual Rights Society of Ghana. And there's one for literary works. It's called Reprographic Rights Society of Ghana, Copy Ghana.
So all these people, all these CMOs are supposed to give the money collectively to GAMRO?
No, we work independently.
Okay.
So whilst GAMRO is collecting from radio station, Copy Ghana is collecting from the universities for photocopying books and what have you.
Okay.
Whilst ASOG is collecting from TV stations, the showing of movies, and then hotels, GAMRO is also collecting from hotels. In fact, as we speak, Ghana Hotel Association has sued GAMRO and ASOG.
For what?
I mean, they don't understand why they should pay royalties. I'll forward the
But they play music in their lobbies.
Yeah, they are challenging us. Yes, that is the situation, and I always blame it on knowledge. Like we are all seeing the confusion around the space.
Yes,
there is knowledge people need to have. We don't have to speak with emotions.
Okay.
Yes, because this practice is very technical. It's not I got 120 CD, so GAMRO, you are bad. If the music is also not doing well, 120 may dip to 1 CD. Because by the angle we are moving, we'll give you data-driven reports.
Okay.
And if the data comes and then the name is not there, we can't conjure.
Okay. Now, the money Fancy Gadam received, that was for December, or it's for the whole year 2025? Yeah.
So Fancy Gadam, like I mentioned, is a valued member of us. He joined GAMRO some time back. I can't reflect the year, but I know it's between 2018, 2017, thereabout. And we've been doing our normal distribution every year.
Okay.
So every year we do distribution. We do it mostly twice a year, depending on how we process the data. If we are not able to do June, we match it to December and then we put all together. Okay. So every single year, but since I came in the last 18 months, distribution has happened 3 times. And in every distribution, he's been receiving his royalties from the time he registered. I mean, it's only unfortunate that it's quite recently he's having issues with the organization, and unfortunately, he's not reached out to us to ask questions for us to also explain to him. Okay. I mean, the reasons why these are happening, because there is science behind everything.
But still, so what he received this time, was that the second half of the year or what?
Yes.
Was that for the second half of the year?
Yes. So like I mentioned, every time we publish a distribution cycle, it's either the one driven by data or the one not driven by data. And the one, so we do distribution, and then at a point in distribution, you can be receiving money 3 times.
Okay.
So you receive one, you receive another one, and you can receive another one. All is because of the data that is backed by the distribution.
But I just want to know.
So I will land there.
Okay.
This distribution is a combination of what we have done the whole year. And the larger part, which is the blank levy and then the public performance, which cuts around 669,000 Ghana cedis. Now we don't have data.
Okay.
So in the absence of the data, the copyright regulation, LI 1962, actually makes some demarcations for us. The ones that are supposed to go to the composer, author, and then the producer, 28%. I mean, per the category of members.
Okay.
That is why we back it also by the data we collect from the data-driven one. And then we use that as a market share. So we have, let's say, 669,000. GAMRO has about 4,823 members. Just by simple divide and rule method. 660,000 divided by this amount of money.
Let me do a quick math.
Yes.
So let's just say
600,000 divided by 4,000.
600,000 divided by 4,000. That's 150.
Yeah. So you see, that is a problem GAMRO faces. Because that is a general one. There is no data backed by it. But then people will receive another money, which is backed by data.
Okay.
And those times we were not giving them the data. But this year, we are forwarding the data to them.
So that they'll know that, okay,
this is where
they played your song.
Yes.
So you deserve this amount of money and stuff.
That is what, yeah.
Okay. And I'm seeing this December 2025 royalty distribution. I'm seeing this chart over here.
Yeah.
Total distribution amount 856,700 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And like you've marked where you got the funding from. The general public performance, which is 470,000. 199 Ghana cedis and 7 pesos.
Yeah.
So the general public performance, what is it?
That is monies we collect without data.
Okay.
So drinking bars, hotels, and some dotted radio stations, we couldn't get their usage reports. I mean, plus the blank media levy, which you are going on.
Okay. All right. Then we have the blank media levy, 199,200 Ghana cedis and 93 pesos.
Let me give you the history of that money. And it is backed under the PNDC law, which came back into the Copyright Act. When governments were frustrated by the need to compensate rights holders, because we didn't have CMO operation in Ghana. So what they sought to do was in order to compensate them, we are going to levy tools or materials that are used to copy intellectual properties in the country. So at the time, the gadgets in there were diskettes, CDs. I mean, cassettes, yes. Yeah. And then when they collect that money, it was huge at the time because, you know, that era was dominated by these tools. When they collect these monies are shared for rights holders in the country to compensate them for the private copying that they are losing monies on. Fast forward, all these tools are no more with us. Now people don't hardly use CDs.
Yes, right now it's just streaming.
And streaming on phones.
Yes.
So the data that we are protecting has moved from CDs to phones. However, it is only the Attorney General, the state, that can recommend the Parliament to enact an LI. We as a CMO can advocate. We have been talking. And when we talked, we did this thing.
Okay.
It was passed in 2023.
That's the copyright amendments. This one.
Yes.
You can see it. Okay.
Several advocacy that the private copying materials that existed then had been obsolete.
Okay.
So we need new ones. So what did they add? They added phones, laptop. These new recent gadgets. And then this law is yet to take effect.
Okay.
So when this law takes effect, then you would see that there will be a lot of blank media levy. So this 190-something thousand can move to 10 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And so when you do general, the person who least will may receive like 1,000 cedis. Okay. And it's not rocket science. If given any opportunity, these tools also get obsolete, that money will also dip.
And then whatever is new then
we'll go through another regulatory processes.
Sure.
So this money added to the general public performances is money that is going into, accounts now as we speak.
Okay. And I'm seeing digital.
Yes.
156,700 Ghana cedis.
Exactly, digital. Let me be heavy on here. You see, when DSPs came, DSPs, how they run, has not been properly understood by the space.
In Ghana?
In Ghana, yes.
Okay. But all those other...
Outside the country.
They are okay.
They foresee these things before it lands.
Okay.
Like now we are even talking about AI. They have moved past these matters.
Right.
Set legislation to protect AI and what have you. So when DSPs, if you remember, started in the early 2000s. What do you call it? Warp Tricks, the
SoundCloud.
Store. Yes.
Yeah, those days SoundCloud and stuff.
But we didn't know what it meant actually. So we're still doing our CDs here.
That's true.
Whilst people had mastered the knowledge in this space. When all of a sudden machines are coming into the country without CD slots, we are not importing things that pick CD.
Yeah.
People are compelled to look for other means to
listen to
sell their music.
Stuff.
So we jumped onto DSP.
Right.
Now, if you jump onto DSP, know that whatever recorded music you put there. So this is what happens. If you want to put your music, averagely, you go through a distributor. So the open ones, either DistroKid, CD Baby, Ditto, and what have you, or the close one, 1RMP, Believe, or even the bigger record labels, Sony, Universal, and what have you. You go through any of these channels. When you go through and your music is on, let's say, Apple or Spotify, it's recorded music. You are going to get 80 to 85% of streams directly to you. Those monies, they don't come to GAMRO.
Okay. So that means the artists who are complaining now, okay. Let's say right now, most of the streams or most of the music distribution is on digital media.
Yes.
And most of the money is going directly to the artists.
We don't know about it. To be very honest, let me open my hands. We don't know anything about all those monies that are streamed on Apple for the sound recording.
Okay.
But then, like I indicated earlier, there's a difference between the recorded music and then the music itself.
But does GAMRO receive anything for the music?
Yes.
Okay.
And that what we receive is what we call publishing royalties.
And is that this 156,000?
For a quarter.
Okay.
Yeah, so we process from the DSPs. The DSPs will give us the data, and we need to process it. So whatever that will be happening in the next subsequent distribution, you will see that it will be indicated this quarter.
Okay.
So this is for the first quarter of 2025.
Okay.
The next one, the second and the third quarter. It takes time to process this data.
Okay.
So the DSPs also take time to offload this data to us. And it is called what we call the publishing royalty. It is both mechanical and performance royalties. Most of the DSPs is mostly between 15 to 20% of your sound recording money.
Okay.
The money that was paid directly to you. So you can even do a simple arithmetic and say that, okay, if I receive, let's say, 10,000 from my sound recording in the year of 2025, at least GAMRO is supposed to be like 1,000 CDs or like some. Averagely, you'll be able to know because the numbers are there.
Yeah.
If you are not getting it, please come to GAMRO because then there is a mistake somewhere. That we need to rectify.
So GAMRO gets 15%.
It is always not the case that it is straight jacket. I'm just using Spotify.
Okay.
It varies from DSP to DSP. Yes.
Okay.
So that's the total amount for a quarter that has been processed for distribution.
Okay. And then live events, 24,600.
Yes, live events, like I mentioned, Charterhouse, Praise Harvest, like a number of shows that happen in the year. Musical works are performed there.
Yeah.
So there was performances at Charterhouse, at Praise Harvest. We license those channels, and then we pay their money to the people who own the music.
Okay.
So once again, the monies are not paid to people who own the recording, the performer.
The performance. No. Okay.
So you might be singing on the stage, but then the split that was brought to GAMRO shows that the work belongs to me. GAMRO will pay the money to me.
Okay. All right. And then synchronization.
Yes, sync, we do it case by case. Mostly sync, some of the artists even license sync themselves. So sync, when you are licensing sync, it is someone using your music in films, movies. In Ghana here, adverts. Audio advert, you put your music at the background. Yes. Yeah. And with that, it comes with both the master and then the music. So you go in and then you assess. Sometimes a different person owns the master. Recorded, and a different person owns the music. Okay. So you go in and license. In most cases, the people who are involved themselves want to license themselves. They will leave it out for you to do it. But if you lack the technical know-how and you also wish for GAMRO to do so for you because it is in our deed of assignment, and you wish GAMRO to do it for you, we will do it for you happily. Yeah.
Okay. So right now, the total sum that came was 856,700 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And this is what was distributed this time around for Fancy Gadam to get what he got.
We are not done with the distribution.
Okay, so a part of this amount has been distributed.
So if he finds his name in the other bits, then he will get a second.
Okay.
Yes.
And a third.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So that means this amount that he received is just a part of what he's supposed to receive.
Yes, exactly. And if his names appear in any of the subsequent distribution models we are going, then he will receive that appropriately. Okay. But only this time, we are backing it with statements.
All right. So right now, all the artists, when they receive their royalties, they'll receive statements to show where the money is coming from and how much they were supposed to get and everything.
Yes.
But why do you think most artists are not satisfied with what they're receiving from GAMRO and they keep complaining?
I mean, I'll also not be satisfied if I was an artist, generally, the system we inherited, we need to speak truth to power.
Okay.
We cannot choose convenience over what is supposed to be done right. And I have maintained, and I'll still maintain, that it is only when broadcasting networks are committed to paying royalties. There are over 550 broadcasting networks in this country. The problem I see people make is that if they are not paying, take them to court. We've sued Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. We've had judgment. Money is not there.
You've had judgment for you to receive money.
Because GAMRO is a private entity. GAMRO doesn't have prosecutorial powers.
But when you sued them,
yes,
did you win? Did GAMRO
we won
win
the case? They agreed. So I mean, they gave us damages of 50,000 and a fine to GBC of 100,000.
And they've not paid.
They've paid that, and then the real money, because now do you know how we got that money? We had to Ghana share GBC's account. I'm telling you, yes. That is the because we don't have prosecutorial powers. We have only civil powers. So if you file a case, it's a civil matter.
Yeah.
And civil matter, when judgment is given, you have to go the length to enforce the judgment. I mean, either you first go Ghana share, secondly 5A, like to put hands on their properties. And you know, these are processes. The entity that has the power to help GAMRO on this prosecutorial matter is the Copyright Office.
And they are not doing it?
Backed by the Copyright Monitoring Team under Section 50 of Ghana's Copyright Act. They are supposed to monitor all these radio stations that are not paying and prosecute them criminally, because copyright infringement has both civil and criminal remedies. And GAMRO has been prosecuting the civil remedies.
Except for the criminal.
The criminal, we can't prosecute criminally.
Okay.
We will do our work as an entity, submit our reports to the Copyright Office, clients who are not paying, clients who have paid, and then they will have to offload that to the monitoring team to be chasing. You've seen people with pen drives on the streets.
Yes, selling.
Yes.
Jawulu Junction.
Exactly. I mean, how can we be open in this country? I mean, entertaining illegality. And when the matter is opened, it is GAMRO's name that pop up. When I arrest that person on the street, I can't prosecute him. It is only the Copyright Office that has state attorneys, that has a policeman at the back end to prosecute those people and sentence them into jail.
And they are not doing it.
I mean, I leave that for the whole Ghanaian public.
Okay. So you came to inherit a system. Like there was a system there before you came.
Yeah, I mean, I took over in 18 months now.
Okay. And since you took over, what are some of the things that you are doing differently now?
Yes, so when I took over, one, I realized that distribution especially, you will get distribution. So last year, put together, we distributed about 1.4 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
But then it is not the data-driven part. So we give them the monies by the data we have done in-house. But we don't give the data outside for them to see.
Okay.
So GAMRO was struggling with infrastructure technically. So what I sought to do was that I picked GAMRO and went to the World Intellectual Property Organization. They have a tool called WIPO Connect.
Okay.
GAMRO is a member of CSAC. CSAC is International Confederation of Society of Authors and Composers. Our society code is 285. So all societies in the country, in the world, generally CSAC has about 225 CMOs. And it's CSAC that assigns IPI, ISWC, to ISWC for the work, and IPI for the interested party in the work. And then the safest tool that can help you, when you're doing these API integrations and all of you, sometimes complexity sets in. So WIPO Connect has had also a seamless integration with the SysNet tool generated by CSAC. So when I came, what I sought to do was that, okay, fine. We are going to carry all our data into WIPO Connect first. Because mind you, we also had an engagement with Omni Strategies, who is building a back-end system for us where a member can, as we speak, log on to www.gamroonline.org and submit his application.
Okay.
When you submit the application will move to WIPO Connect. Instantly, an IPI will be generated for you. and it will move to SysNet through HyperConnect, and an ISWC will be generated for you. Once that is set, it gives quality to the data we have put in there. When we receive data from every source, the DSP, the live, the usage reports from the radio stations, this data is also inputted in it, and automatically reports will be generated. When you are distributing your work on the digital platforms, if you are familiar with the systems they use, they'll give you a digital form to fill. They'll ask you IPI. They'll ask you ISWC. They'll ask you ISRC. They'll ask you IPN. Generally, the more you skip these processes, the more likely you are to leave money on the table.
So there's some people who are actually losing money because they are supposed to get some money from their distribution and everything, but they don't get it because they don't have some of these
Generally, the publishing royalties, which GAMRO collect on the digital front. And that is one of the heavy areas. If you check how much money Africa is losing to black box, it's crazy. We sit with this, things. It's crazy. It's crazy not because Africa is not doing so well. It's crazy because knowledge. If the music moves from your studio and you are moving it to the DSP, if you have not embedded this data,
you're going to lose money.
Yes. And you will come and blame the CMO. But then it is only an email away or a call away that GAMRO, my IPI, I've forgotten. Can you give it to me? My ISWC, can you generate it for this new work? One of the most single, powerful, unique identifier is the ISRC. There is several ways of generating this ISRC. It is controlled by the International Federation of Phonogram Industries, IFPI, in UK. If you own a studio, every recording you do, and Headless, I'm telling you today, every recording, including this recording, come to my office. I have to show you to get an ISRC for all recording you are doing here.
Individual recordings.
I'm telling you.
Okay. The ones that will even go to YouTube
It is
and
a
go
recording.
to Spotify. Okay.
You see, you're also making a mistake. So later you come and cry that YouTube is not paying me well. You have left a lot of money on the table by not doing these things. So that is the international standard recording code. It's not music code though, it's recording code. So podcast or you have to have an ISRC for all the recordings you are doing.
Wow. Okay.
That is the single most unique identifier. That is the only way when your money is locked, you can boldly get that money. And IFPI has given the distributors that mandate to issue ISRC. So when you finish your music on the DSP and you give it to, let's say, Ditto, DistroKid, CD Baby, you didn't know an ISRC has been generated for that work. Because you just gave the work to them.
Okay.
But then the work will not push when an ISRC is not generated. So by default, almost all 90% of works on the DSPs, it has an ISRC. Which the people who own the master rights don't even know.
They don't know.
Again, this is knowledge.
Right.
It is not GAMRO has done A or GAMRO has done B.
But what are you doing to educate the musicians and their management on this?
Yeah, you see, the problem you're having, and let me spill the bean actually. GAMRO has been meeting once every year at annual general meeting. So at AGMs, we have a session for workshops and then educate members. I'll bring you our brochures and what have you, and then you'll be attending such, as we organize them.
Sure.
Yes. You call them, they don't come. But if you don't come, what will I do? Yes, if you don't come, what I can do is to do graphics and post on GAMRO social, GAMROonline.org.
And I want to do not see it.
If you see, like we are doing today here, we'll talk. I'll go to the media houses. We'll talk. Traditional media, new media, we'll talk.
And this one to do not watch.
Yeah, so you see, it's a complex problem.
Yeah.
That if you want to be a teacher, you have to learn how to teach.
Right.
If you want to be a doctor, you have to learn how to apply medicine. If you want to be a lawyer, you can't skip Mokola. So yes, I know there are other institutions that are helping in workshops I have been attending. I've been built to educate right holders on what they have to do. Even, let me give you a contract that we sign.
Yeah.
They can give you a contract. They will say recoupable, mechanical, master rights. I mean, the words will be juggling within it. Before you realize, oh, how much are you giving me? Oh, 10,000 USD. Okay, let me bring it. Let me go. Once that happens, I mean, you won't get it like formally. Because when you offload your catalog, you might have gotten money, but you will never receive money from GAMRO again.
Now that the money will go to the person who bought the catalog. Yes. Wow. And people are selling their catalog plenty like that.
So maybe they are not selling all.
Okay.
So you can sell some and leave some. But then the tools that we are using, when I enter onto SysNet, I will know who owns the copyright of a work. And then whether the work has been offloaded to someone or not.
And those are the people that you would distribute the money to.
Because we can only distribute based on the data we have received. So when the data comes and then Headless has claimed your money, I can't talk about, because he will prove with the contract that he signed with you that you offloaded that catalog to him, both publishing and then masters.
Okay. So how do the musicians become? So if you are not a member of GAMRO, you not receive money. Is that it?
No, that is not the knowledge. You see, when you are not a member of GAMRO,
a registered member,
and you don't want to join GAMRO, you can still, with the system we are moving now, when we're done and you submit your works through whether your publisher or whatever we'll just match it. GAMRO has a black box actually. Yes, we will match it, and if your data is there, we'll just send the statement and the money to you back. I mean, no two ways about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily have to, because joining CMOs, you can't join. So it's two things. When you are joining GAMRO, you can go to South Africa and join SAMRO and tell SAMRO that SAMRO collect my royalties in South African territory for me. When you come to Ghana, GAMRO collects in Ghana territory for me. And when you go to PRS, tell PRS collect in Europe for me. We'll map it so that we will not be clashing, because we all sit on CSAC. Yeah, so we see where every data is. So when you bring the data to GAMRO, specify. Some people will offload the data to PRS and ask PRS to do worldwide. Bring it to GAMRO and ask GAMRO to do worldwide. We'll clash. PRS will collect it first and pay to you, and you still want
something from GAMRO.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
In proper jurisdictions, what GAMRO is supposed to do is that, based on reciprocal agreement, we'll just send whatever money, no matter how meager it is, that we collected in the Ghanaian jurisdiction, we'll send it back to PRS. So that PRS will distribute for you, because you signed a global contract with PRS.
Okay.
But then the problem is that most of our artists don't go directly. They go through publishers. So if you sign a publishing contract, your publisher has a CMO, a traditional CMO, he joins. So when you sign a publishing contract, no, he will offload you there.
Okay.
So by default, you may not know that you're a member of ASCAP, BMI, PRS, until I pull the data from SysNet to show you that indeed, even the enumeration of IPI shows that you're a member of PRS.
And you've probably done it worldwide. So right now you don't need to get anything from GAMRO.
Structurally.
Okay. Education. We are learning over here. We're wrapping up. So if an artist receives something like this and they don't reach out to you for explanation, and then they post it out, making GAMRO look bad, everybody is just saying what they want to say. Oh, GAMRO, you are not treating our musicians right and stuff like that. Officially, what would you like to say to the artists after they receive their money and they are tempted to post something on social media?
No, I mean, you can post. I mean, there is no restriction in posting what you receive from GAMRO, but the problem is trying to indict the organization. To infer that the organization is not doing something right.
Okay.
But then we are backed by these 3 documents I have here. So if there's a problem, then you have to get closer. Because it's only painful for you to be in a home with your member and you distribute. You have been sending messages. So before we do distribution, we send about 2 or 3 messages, trying to tell them the situation, how it's going, and I mean all these things. The messages they can show. I mean, I can show you some of the messages because I am the messaging platform. I'll be able to get these are the messages that is sent to every artist before. This is the recent one that was sent.
Okay. The December 2025 royalty distribution cycle is now in processing. Payment will be issued to your registered bank or mobile money account beginning 15 December 2025, followed by a detailed statement. To ensure seamless receipts, kindly confirm your payment details by contacting member services and then the phone number is there. Okay.
And then the next message,
and
another
the next one,
yeah.
The December 2025 royalty distribution, and then the amount is there, 856,700 Ghana cedis, commence 15 December. This allocation derives from 5 revenue cycles, which is digital, live performance, synchronization, blank media levy, and then general public performance. Title-specific cycles 1 to 3 will be accompanied by detailed statements. Payments for cycles 4 to 5 will be issued without accompanying statements. Okay. All disbursements will be made to your registered bank or mobile money account. GAMRO. Pay before play.
Yeah, so you see, Headless, do you know this year has not ended, but last year we closed with the highest going home with about, I think, 47,000 or so.
That's the highest?
Yes.
The one person received?
Yes. It is not enough.
Who is that?
I won't mention the name. I mean, and then the person put, because you see, when you are dissatisfied, you post. When you are not,
you don't post. When somebody will see 45,000, the person didn't post.
Yeah, so let us all pretend. Let us all pretend that tomorrow when I pay Fancy Gadam 120,000 or tomorrow when I pay him 10,000, he will not post. Because I don't control that system. It is how the music is doing. And generally, there are problems we all admit that there is high level of non-compliance in the space. Even with that, whatever we get, we only distribute based on the usage reports that we get. And you see, it's a cycle. There was this, I was speaking with one artist who was a Ghanaian, and he was in Switzerland. So he was a big artist in Ghana, and he registered with Swizzer. When he was big and he was moving across, he was getting these monies. I mean, in a year, he can get, let's say, 8,000 USD, 18,000 USD. When this matter came up, he called me. He was like, Jackson, you know what? Yes, I'm still a member of Swizzer. Do you know what I got this time? I got €7. Yes. And
because it's no longer big.
And the music is not...
It's not performing. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, you will receive more when your music performs
it's doing
more.
so well, yes.
Okay.
And beyond that, when I'll give you an example, you know MLC, the Mechanical License Collective in the US. GAMRO is an affiliate to it, and because of the cross territorial licensing, they gave us a newsletter in August that Napster refused to pay their royalties. Okay. You know Napster?
Yeah.
So if your work is on Napster, please go and collect your money from Napster.
From Napster?
Yes. And the mail is here. I can show you to you.
Okay.
Because CMOs, you can't do anything. It is when the government steps in to say that going forward, which we have advocated several times, that if you are a radio station and you go to NCA needs to amend its regulation to include copyright clearance from GAMRO in it. So if you come and you are checking the checkboxes, and there is no copyright clearance, we are sorry, we cannot renew your license for you. And that mandate is with the Copyright Office to assist us in regulatory.
Yes.
Because we don't make laws. Unless we fight for a private member's bill to be introduced.
A lot needs to be done. But then we've gotten enough education on this particular issue and why some people shouldn't be dissatisfied. And with the backlash that people are, dragging GAMRO all because of the post that Fancy Gadam made. Okay. So any last words? Anything else you would like to add to this?
Yes. We are building a collective management organization.
Okay.
GAMRO is young. Most often than not, people are tempted to compare us with BMI, GIMA, SASEM. You know how old SASEM is? 180 years.
Wow.
We are just 13 years. we will go through these problems. I understand it is an international norm, but then it has not been seated well with the ordinary Ghanaian. Until today, you never knew that your recording is supposed to get ISRC.
Yeah.
Yes. And until today, the average Ghanaian didn't even know that music is different from recorded music. You're even struggling to comprehend.
Yes.
So the understanding will gradually sit and the culture will be created. We need to be conscious of what we teach our kids in schools because we are building a culture. If university, which is a citadel of knowledge, is infringing on copyright, then it is not about GAMRO. It is the whole community of the Republic of Ghana. Now we need to wake up and find the elephant in the room. Because today we might point hands at Jackson Brefo. Jackson Brefo distributed 856,000 and Francis Gadam got 120,000. 120
cities.
Fair enough. And let's go and sleep. Tomorrow, Headless, you come. BCU. You distribute even 10 cities. Because the problem is still there.
Yes. So we need to fix the problem.
We at GAMRO we are not going to shelve. In fact, from 2026, we're going to publish defaulting non-compliant users.
Very good.
Radio station, TV station, the amount of money you are defaulting, so that the whole public will know that the money is not with us. It is seated with them.
Very good.
Because journalists don't go on these channels to blast GAMRO and then their management will hide behind and come and beg us for paying for the use of music. No, we will not tolerate that.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much,
all right,
Mr. Jackson. Yeah. And we've learned a lot. And I hope the musicians and their management will watch this particular video and also get some knowledge and also contact your office. If they want to contact your office for further explanation, how do they do that?
Yes, I mean, generally, because of the course, formally, if you want to go through the formal process, info@gamroonline.org.
Okay.
To email. Yes, or through call. Because there are numbers you call and you don't get response because of the departmental nature. Okay. But this number will solve you all the problems that you need. Okay. 0573 1681111. 0573. Yeah, 0573 1681111. Yes, you have the 0201199. But all these numbers will lead you to other departments.
Okay.
But then these are numbers if you really want. I do workshops too for people who are interested. I mean, if you are a member alone, if you are not a member, I mean, that one will extend that workshop personal. Not public education.
Okay, personal.
Personal, one-on-one. If you want education on how the digital age is shaping music, I mean, and you're a member of GAMRO and you need the knowledge, our office is open. We'll schedule either a virtual or a physical one for you, and we'll take you through all these things, including the statements, the royalty distribution, and everything, so you understand it very well.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Headless. You're welcome.
No. If I say I then they say Yapon. Yapon.